Yo, what is good YouTube? I am Richie Kim, and today I'm going to be giving you all my top 10 best performing basketball shoes from overseas brands in 2024. 2024 really has been an amazing year for overseas brands. They have been putting out absolute bangers. It really is crazy how good the shoes have been this year. So coming up with this list was actually a little bit difficult, and this list is by no means in any order at all. This is just my top 10 in general. It really is hard to put them in like a 1 to 10 spot just because they are all very good and they excel in different areas. So you really can't go wrong if you do pick up a pair of any of these shoes. But let's get started. Also, for any of the shoes that I mentioned here, if you want like a more detailed breakdown of the performance aspects of the shoe, I'll definitely have a performance review on my channel. You just gotta, search for it in the search bar and you'll be able to find it, and you'll be able to see, a little bit more of a detailed breakdown of each of these shoes. So before we get into the actual top 10, I kind of want to go over a couple of honorable mentions. First up is the 361 AG5. That shoe was very nice. The only thing that I guess like kind of kept it out of the top 10 is just the traction. Like, it's not the best on the dustier courts, but everything else was really nice. Like, the cushion is nice, the fit, support. It is a very good shoe, don't get me wrong. And even if you did buy these, like, you would definitely enjoy them, but it just barely did not make it into the top 10. The other honorable mention that I have is the Serious Player Only Ranger 1. That is also a very good shoe. Traction was great. The cushion is great just because you do have that flexibility of, swapping out the midsoles to any of, Serious Player Only's midsoles that you want. So yeah, I mean, it's a great shoe too. It is a little bit expensive, but it is very good. And if you did want to buy a pair of those, can't go wrong either. So the first shoe on my top 10 list of shoes from overseas brands in 2024 is the Kai 1. The Kai 1 is an amazing shoe. It is one of my favorite shoes to play in. Like, I still play in it. It's in my bag like almost all the time. It's just great. It has great cushion, great traction. Although if you all haven't watched the performance review, you should probably go check it out, because I do mention that the traction isn't great at first. You definitely have to break it in, but over time it gets very good. It looks great. It's priced at $125, which is a very solid price point. And I mean, the fit and support, it's all really good. So yeah, the Kai 1 is an amazing shoe, and it's definitely one of my favorites. So moving on to the second shoe, it's going to be the Serious Player Only Player 1 Plus. And I'm not exactly sure if this came out late last year or early this year, but I did a performance review on it this year, so I kind of threw it on this list. It's another great option. Like, the traction is very good. They have a bunch of different colorways, a lot of them which are really cool. But the only problem with them is, once the colorway goes out of stock, they don't restock the colorways. So you got to be really, kind of on it to buy a pair if you really do like one. Otherwise, if they sell out of your size, you're kind of out of luck. But yeah, I mean, the traction on the Player 1 Plus was very good. The cushion also, again, is very good. And you can swap it out with any other drop-in midsoles that Serious Player Only provides. The fit was good. The support is good. It is a very Kobe-like sneaker. That's obviously not a Kobe. And yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong with the Serious Player Only Player 1 Plus. It is a fantastic performer. So the third shoe on this list is going to be the Rigor AR1. Also, this is another shoe that came out late last year, but I did a performance review on it this year, so I just threw it on the list. It is a very good performer. As of right now, the AR2 is out, but I have not been able to get my hands on a pair of those yet. So yeah, I mean, the AR1 is still a fantastic shoe. Also has amazing cushion. It has very good traction. It is a little bit narrow, so if you do have wider feet, just watch out for that. But the materials are pretty good. Support is great. I mean, can't go wrong with this one either. You'll feel very quick and shifty. The AR1 is definitely one of the best performers of 2024. So the fourth shoe on this list, and I actually haven't put out a performance review on this video yet. It is coming out very soon, but it is going to be the Way of Wade Flash. The Wade Flash is an amazing shoe. The cushion is pretty damn good. Obviously, it doesn't compare to some of the other Way of Wade shoes that have like full length boom because it's not using boom. But it's still very, very good. You still have like pretty damn good impact protection for it being that type of foam. The traction is good, and also the materials can vary from shoe to shoe, but the materials on my pair are actually like pretty damn nice. It is a synthetic leather, but it is very, very good. Fit, you know, support, it's all good. And it's $100. Like, the Wade Flash is probably the best bargain shoe of 2024, just because you get tons of performance out of it for such a cheap price. And it is honestly a very, very fantastic shoe. So moving on to the fifth shoe on this list, it's going to be the 361 Big 3 5.0 Quick Pro. That shoe was an absolute surprising shoe. It was so good. The traction is freaking amazing, and I think the traction does depend on colorway a little bit. I would definitely stay towards their solid rubber outsoles for that shoe, as it does perform better than the translucent rubber options. But as long as you get the solid rubber, you will be good. You will have great traction. The cushion is also amazing. You get a lot of bounce, impact protection, responsiveness, pretty good court feel. Like, that shoe is also, it's just great. The fit is good. Materials are, you know, they're not the best, but they do get the job done for the most part. And the support is fantastic as well. So yeah, the Big 3 5.0 Quick Pro is a fantastic shoe. So yeah, the Big 3 5.0 Quick Pro was one of the best shoes of 2024. So moving on to number 6, it's going to be the Way of Wade 11, or the WOW 11. This is also a fantastic shoe. You do have that full length boom. It's like sandwiched in between like carbon fiber as well, so you get a lot of responsiveness. Not the best court feel, but you know, you get a lot of that cushion feel in this shoe, which is awesome. Aesthetically, it does look a little bit out there, but it is still great looking in my opinion. The only downside to the shoe is it is expensive. It's like $225, but if you can get it on sale, you know, it is definitely like something you should buy. Even at $225, like, I would say it is worth it for the most part. It is just, you know, it's a little bit expensive. But the WOW 11 was a great performer. The traction is also really good. It does have that full GCU outsole, which is their ground control unit rubber, and it's good. You will have to wipe a little bit on dust because it does pick up dust. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, the WOW 11 is also a fantastic shoe. And like I said, it does actually look really good in my opinion. Not everyone will think that, but personally, I actually really like the way it looks. So number 7 on this list is going to be the Way of Wade 808 4 Ultra. This is also another shoe that's very Kobe-like. You do have a full-length drop-in boom midsole, which feels amazing. It's just, you know, another banger from Way of Wade. Like, they produce very good shoes, and this is just another one of those products. Like, the traction is good, although it does require some break-in time, but once you do get through that break-in period, it is a very nice shoe. Cushion is good, the fit is good, support is all fantastic. You know, it's just another banger. And yeah, if you want to pick up the 808 4 Ultra, I don't think you'll be disappointed. So moving on to number 8. This one was actually quite a surprise, and that's going to be the EQLZ 247. This is a pretty brand new company, and it is actually started by someone who used to work at Nike, and this shoe is kind of Kobe-like as well, in terms of the traction pattern itself. The traction itself, it has like this shark fin traction pattern, and it's kind of reminds me of the Kobe 9 traction. You know, it has that like almost heat map look or of like your foot, and it performs very well. The cushion is also very nice. It does feel a little bit high off the ground though, but the materials, the fit, it's all really good. So if you all want more details, check out my performance review. But yeah, the EQLZ 247 was a huge surprise and is one of the best shoes out there right now. So moving on to number 9, that's going to be the Way of Wade AC12 Encore. Also another fantastic shoe by Way of Wade. The traction is good. just like the WoW 11, it features a full-length GC rubber outsole, so it is very, very good. It will require some wiping on the dustier courts, but as long as you wipe, it will be very, very good. And also, as like a bunch of these other Way of Weight shoes, you got full-length boom, and boom is amazing. Like, it just feels really, really good, and you can't go wrong with it. It's honestly like a great balance of, you know, having that impact protection, responsiveness, and the core feel. So yeah, can't complain there. Everything else also fantastic, fit, support, you know, whatever. It's all good. So yeah, the AC12 Encore, also a very, very good shoe of 2024. And last but not least, another Way of Weight shoe, not surprising, but this one is a little bit cheaper than the others, a little bit more expensive than the Wade Flash, and that's gonna be the Wade Shadow 6. So the Wade Shadow 6 has amazing traction. My courts have been extremely dusty, and the Wade Shadow 6 is something that just has been performing pretty damn consistently on those dustier courts where other shoes have struggled. And yeah, I mean, the Wade Shadow 6 is great. Like, traction was really good. It does feature that tough rubber outsole. It has full-length boom. It is caged a little bit more than the other Way of Weight shoes that I've already mentioned, but it still feels amazing. The only downside to the Wade Shadow 6, at least for my pair, is the materials, just because it kind of like pokes into my foot because it's kind of like a plasticky material. And when you flex in the shoe or like take a step in the shoe, the materials do like poke into my foot a little bit on my right shoe. But besides that, everything was good, like traction, cushion, support, fit, like it's all really good. So yeah, the Wade Shadow 6 is also another very good shoe by Way of Wade. So yeah, that is my top 10 best shoes from overseas brands of 2024. They are all absolutely great shoes. Like, I really could not place them in a 1 to 10 order. They're all fantastic in their own ways. And yeah, I mean, 2024 has been a great year. I can't wait to see what 2025 brings for these companies, because they have all been on absolute heaters recently. And yeah, I mean, I really can't say like many more good things about these shoes and their companies, because they're just fantastic, honestly. And I think in terms of the quality of the products they've been producing has heavily outweighed, you know, some of the domestic brands. So yeah, you know, I can't wait to see what they do next year. But if you all want to pick up a pair of these, I'll try to leave links for you down below. If you do purchase through the links, it does help me out, so I really do appreciate it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you all like this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. Please hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. Leave a comment as well. Those help me out. Check out these videos over here, and that's pretty much it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.